Hey friends, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs. Fall's best flavors all in one place. Savor more, spend less, and celebrate big during the Thanksgiving sale at Specs. And the fun starts here and at the Rollo Insurance Studio here on TexAgs. All right, Ella Ryan, tell us your favorite part of the programa.
Favorite part of the program was Bucky McMillan. I like just hearing a little bit about basketball because, we hear a ton about football, so it's nice to switch it up a little bit.
All right, good answer, Bucky McMillan. Nick, your favorite?
Marty Smith on the road.
Was he driving or did somebody drive him?
He was riding.
Okay.
Somebody was definitely driving, but the whole time he was on air, I was just looking out the window like, oh, where is he going?
Yeah, those are nice trees in Charlotte.
Very fall, fall colored trees. Very nice.
Who else made the rewind today?
Billy and OB.
Okay. Anything
Combined
in particular about
Marty
Billy that was good?
Yeah. He's Billy.
Okay.
He's my boss.
What about OB? Anything in particular that was good about OB?
Yeah, he's my boss.
OB's your boss?
If he asked me to do anything, I would.
Oh, good answer. Check out the rewind. Buchanan.
Nuno.
Little hungover today without alcohol. It's a weird vibe this morning. Like, I think the emotional roller coaster that was Saturday has me kind of like, yesterday I had a lot of energy. And today, not so much because I'm just kind of, we dodged one. It's kind of how I feel about it right now.
Yeah. Look, they definitely pulled one out of the fire. Okay. But I'm still excited about it.
Oh, heck yeah.
In fact, I spent a big part of yesterday, much to Irma's chagrin, looking at podcasts from national people and seeing their reaction, kind of gauging what other people are thinking. And then even this morning got up and I rewatched the game.
So are people looking at us as like, I think A&M's been exposed? Or are they saying like, look at the resolve of this team?
I think from the ones I saw, it's like, look what they did. They've shown that they've been, they show a new way they've been able to win. They've shown that they can win a rock fight. They've shown that they can beat teams in a blowout. They've shown that they can come back before, but now they've shown that they can come back from the edge of disaster.
Yeah. Where does this A&M experience rank for you? Like, I'm not saying 1, 2, or 3, but just like when we think about moments in A&M history football, like this has got to be one of those like that you're going to be like, remember where you were when this happened?
Yeah, I think right now it'd be like top 10 if we're talking about just about football, right?
Uh-huh.
But understand that it can climb significantly depending on where they go from here.
Sure.
For instance, in 2006, Florida beat, you look this up, and I'll do it on when we're off air. Florida beat South Carolina by blocking a field goal, like on the last play or close to the last play. So they escaped and went on to win the national championship. I bet if you're talking to Florida people, they would say, yeah, the way they just manhandled Troy Smith and Ohio State in that national championship game, that's the thing that stands out. But then they'll also remember, but if we didn't survive South Carolina, we don't even get there.
Right. As you're watching what's happening develop in Kyle Field, right? First half, second half, right? You're at your game. You're seeing the box score, maybe some highlights pop up. Kind of take me through what you were thinking when it's happening and then, when they're getting blown out and then the comeback.
No, we watched it. Mouths agape, shock and awe, but tempered with, McGee, Ryan McGee, my co-host on Marty and McGee, had said, wouldn't it be the most A&M thing ever to lose this game? And as we're watching the game, we're kind of texting back and forth going, what in the hell is going on here? Because A&M was just so much better, personnel-wise, what they've done, their body of work, obviously. But it was a boat race. And, you're down 4 scores at halftime. How many times this morning have you already said the 1-286 stat?
Couple times.
10 times already?
Yeah.
So you look at history and this thing's a wrap. And then to learn, to see the confidence that Reed came out with. He was throwing the ball with great authority to start the second half. They're moving the football. Guys are making plays. There's obviously defensive adjustments that were made. And they're not just chipping away, man. They're yeah, it's chunks. And so I don't know that I thought they would come all the way back, but it's just such a confidence builder, because now in that locker room, when your home field is deadly quiet and you come all the way back, I would imagine that for Mike Elko and his group, the runway that victory has is so beneficial.
Turnover, I called it the paradox. Like you get 2 fumbles, a couple interceptions, and you still win the game. Like everything that went south, and by the way, when most of those were going south, you found yourself in a huge hole. But to be able to overcome that recipe, if I just tell you 4 turnovers, you're thinking there's no chance in an SEC game.
Come on, dude. Like, period. Just
Right.
the 4 turnovers.
Right.
I'd love to see how many times Texas A&M's won a football game since joining the SEC with 4 turnovers. I'd like to see the last time A&M's won a game turning the ball over 4 times. Any team that turns it over 4 times, when one of those turnovers leads to a defensive touchdown and 2 of them happen in the red zone, then it really gets crazy in terms of like, what are your percentages of winning?
Yep.
Because those turnovers cost A&M 14 points, and it was a 21-point swing just on those three. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a 21-point swing on those 3 turnovers alone. So to win any football game when you can do that is insane. Then you mix in a couple missed field goals. You mix in a drop touchdown pass. It is unheard of and unthinkable that A&M won that football game. And really, they were a yard away from going up 8 there. And I'm sitting there going, they're going to go up 8. South Carolina's about to go 4 and out inside their own like 30 because they got to go for it. And then the Aggies are going to score again and win this game by 15 points.
Yep.
It was really starting to trend that way. And then you had the other turnover. But I just think that I don't think I've ever watched a football game, including the UCLA one. And they're probably about the same in this regard, where the swing was just so dramatic. It's like nothing you'd ever witnessed in a football game. And I've seen it twice with Aggies being on each side of it. It's crazy. I just love the fact that they did it to Shane Beamer too. And Taylor mentioned that interview, like the way that dismissive hand gesture just stood out to me. If I was Mike Elko and I had like a free hour this week, which he probably wouldn't, I'd probably just have that thing on a loop.
Actually, 30 minutes of the game, I thought we did a lot of good things in the game. I mean, tons of improvement from the previous game from Oklahoma State, particularly on the defensive end. I mean, we were in control of the game, up 14. If you would have took a picture of us and them when we were at that point in the game, I would have thought we had about a 99% chance to pull that out and probably extend the lead. So in terms of improvement, I'm really pleased with some of the improvement I saw in those first 30 minutes. Unable to close it, as we know. But it was a step in the right direction. Now, we're not pleased that we didn't close it out, but step in the right direction. We got to build on the positives in that right into the next game. We play Montana, who they beat UNLV by about 10 points at UNLV. They win about 25 games every year. UNLV just went in there and beat Memphis last night. So they're a good team, a really good mid-major that, usually these mid-majors, they're good because they have continuity. They got guys that played together for a couple of years. So that'll be a real battle tomorrow to see if we can grow on last game. And that's what we can control, and that's what we're going to control is how can we be better than we were the previous game. And if you do that, basketball's a long season. You're going to have a pretty good team by the end of the year.
Yeah, it is. And that's something I think everybody, it's funny this time of year, Buck, when you're in football where you can, be playing South Carolina and feel like if we don't win this thing, it shakes up the whole trajectory of our season. Whether that's accurate or not, that's always the feeling. And then in basketball, you understand that it really is truly a marathon and not a sprint. If you've been covering or talking about this, much less playing or coaching it for so long, you get that. So you look for, like you mentioned a minute ago, improvements along the way. It's only been a few games, but from start of season till now, what are you most encouraged about versus what you're like, okay, this is what we've got to fix ASAP, like immediately?
Yeah, well, the thing we had to fix in the Oklahoma State game, we talked last week.
Yeah.
Look, every team that I've ever coached, you would walk away saying that those guys, man, they really play hard.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Oklahoma State game, we didn't bring that. If you watch our game last game, you would say the guys, we were the hardest playing team on the floor in the last game versus Florida. Now, the stats in the game are pretty identical. They made 5 more threes than we did. And we're a good three-point shooting team. So for whatever reason, we got to, get back to shot making a little bit.
All right, we got to close it out. And Nick, I'm going to allow you to take it from here.
Yeah, Ella needs to do her best college football snap count. So if she could stand up, walk in front of the desk, and give me like a good, it's 2nd and 7, call out some adjustments, and then give me a clap.
This is Nick, not me.
So here we go.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Yep, go ahead. Thank you.
Honestly, I'd rather this than have to actually no.
So wow, she's actually walking. Oh my God.
She's going under center.
I don't know. I just did. Blue 42.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know you clapped when you're under center, but I'll take it.
I played quarterback in intramural high school games.
There you go. Very good, Ella. Thank you. That's the rewind.
Just like, comment, and subscribe. I hope. Maybe.
I hope.
Maybe. We'll see you next time.